Hey guys, today I'm super excited to talk to you about the new DreamWorks film Orion and the Dark, which hits Netflix on February 2nd. Now, this movie stars Jacob Tremblay as Orion and Paul Walter Hauser as the Dark. In this movie, Orion is a young kid in middle school who is afraid of everything. And I mean, literally everything. Like at one point, he's like, I'm afraid when I'm at school, my parents are going to move away and leave me. Like the kid is terrified, but especially scared of, you guessed it, the Dark. So one night he actually meets the Dark, and Dark says, hey, come with me. I'm going to show you that the night isn't all that bad, right? One of the things I love about this movie is there's this emotional undertone of like, you can tell Dark's kind of beaten down a little bit, right? Everybody is scared of him. Not everybody, but a lot of people are scared of him. They're scared of the night. And like that starts to, you kind of see yourself as others see you. And he wants to prove that he's not scary and that he's a good guy. So he says, Orion, I'll take you with me. I'll introduce you to the other night entities. More on that in a second. They're amazing. And just show you that there's nothing to be scared of. But you have to come with me now because like light follows me. Obviously, this makes sense, right? And so light and dark, light is constantly following dark, et cetera, right? And he needs to never slow down. That's what they keep saying. Don't slow down enough for light to take you over because you will disappear forever, right? That's kind of like a theme that's going on at the beginning when he's talking to the night entities. So he takes Orion to meet the night entities, which are fantastic. They're like insomnia, quiet, unexplained noises, stuff like that, which makes sense, right? Things that we are scared of in the dark and at night. And they're a lot of fun. Now, I will say this group together of, that personality trait that they really lean into, it does remind me of Inside Out a lot. Not a bad thing because I love Inside Out and I'm very excited for Inside Out 2, but you do kind of get those vibes, right? It's a collection of like 5 characters that all have that one personality trait they heavily rely on and they go all in on, and that's kind of where all the jokes come from. So yes, it is very much Inside Out. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, but it definitely has Inside Out vibes. However, the story is actually really sweet. I really enjoyed it for the most part. There's one point towards the end, guys, where you are going to be like, wow, they are jumping the shark here. What are they doing? This is not good. I'm so confused as to what's happening. Stick it out because you give it a couple minutes. And then when they explain it, you're like, oh, okay. All right. Because I was like, wait, what movie am I watching? Like they just changed gears. And I was very upset for a solid 3 minutes probably. And then they explain it and I was like, okay, that's actually really cute and clever. So don't turn your brain off then. Don't turn it off then. Stick through and get through the end of the 3rd act and you'll completely understand it. But overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought the messaging was great, right? Don't be scared of the dark, but also about stepping outside of your comfort zone. Like Orion never would have left with the dark, it was very out of his own character to be like, okay, fine, I'm going to step out of my own comfort zone. I'm going to get out there. And even though I'm terrified, try to learn that it's not so scary. And I think that's really, really important message, especially for young kids, but also for adults. Like, it's not so bad to step out of your comfort zone every now and then and do something because you never know what will come of it, right? You never know. It could change your life for the better. You have no idea. And I really did enjoy that aspect of it. The animation's all right. There's some really, truly great, beautiful moments. And then there's sometimes when you're like, okay, well, they didn't spend a lot of money on that shot. And that's fine. I mean, that stuff happens in animation, especially animation that's made for TV, not theatrically. But I did think it was beautiful animation for the most part, especially like flying through the sky. It's predictable. It's definitely predictable. Just from me talking to you, you can probably figure some stuff out that happens, and even just from the trailer. But then predictable is not always that bad. Again, this is, I still enjoyed the story. I still had a great time watching the movie. My daughter and I watched it together, my 11-year-old, and we were laughing. Maybe she teared up a little bit at one point. I didn't, and I cried everything. So I was very happy to hold my composure this time around. But the voice acting is great. I mean, freaking Angela Bassett is Dreams, one of the night entities, and she's amazing, of course. So it's a great collection of voices. Again, the story is really great. The animation for the most part is really, really pretty. It gets weird towards the end. I'm not gonna lie, it gets bizarre. But if you stick through, you'll see where it makes sense, and it's actually very clever. So I had fun with it. I thought it was great. Again, it's very similar to Inside Out in certain ways, but at the same time, it's not. It's just going to kind of give you that feel, but it's really not a horrible thing, I promise. So despite the handful of animation mishaps, and then, despite being very similar to Inside Out, it is still a lot of fun. The night entities are great. They're hilarious. Insomnia is probably my favorite, but Dreams is really great too. And I love the messaging. I love Orion and Dark and their friendship and their relationship that forms throughout this. And I think it just gives great positive messages. So again, this is from DreamWorks and it hits Netflix on February 2nd. So I hope you enjoy. If you see it, please come back and let me know what you thought down below in the comments, or if by the time you already got to this review, you've already seen it, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this, more movie reviews, celebrity interviews, trailer reactions, and show reactions as well. I'm starting to try to do a lot more of those once I have the time. And you guys can follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.